Why hello there, we are back with another video. In our Blast from the Past series we've kind of been going back and going through some older stuff just because I at one point had 60 boxes of cards sitting here on my shelf. And we need to get through some of them so we can get some new stuff. Because that's a lot. I am not a card shop. We have Girls Party. I have opened one box of these, and I remember thinking these are extremely mid. This box is a little damaged, as you can see. And so I decided, hey, let's go through. I do have another box after this as well, so in a couple months we'll probably go through this again. But I figured, hey, let's get through one of these boxes, open it up again, and kind of relive the apparent mid. Although, you know, times have changed, and there's some sets that have kind of risen a little bit just because I am playing and aware of certain characters in a Uma Musume game that if they are part of this set, would make this set be a little bit less mid. 2, 4, 6. So I believe that means the whole box has 12. 8, 10, 12. It is more, it's a different feeling pack. I don't know how well it translates, but most of them are more plasticky. This is more, I don't know how to describe it. I remember these cards. Yes, I remember these cards. 22, 23. The backing. I do remember them now. Things blur together a lot, and I always forget to show the back. I don't know who would really super care about the back, but just in case you do. Minato Aqua and Santa. The artwork is like one of the better, but that doesn't always mean I love the characters. Cat girl called Carl. And Mizuno, I believe that's her name. That one opened up really weird. It was like a perfect rip. Now that's a card. That is a card. If you've ever seen a card, not numbered or anything, but that's still a card. A 10 out of 10 card. Koro and a Riza. Not bad. She looks a little bit young compared to what she actually looks like. One of the very rare characters in this set, I guess I would say I'm familiar with, although I'm about to trigger people saying I am familiar with her from the gacha game that failed over here, and not from the actual Atelier games. Although that is technically an Atelier game, it's not like, yeah, one of the respected ones. If you know what I mean, the gacha game was kind of seen as like not needed. Although the main character was adorable. Hey, Smart Falcon. Although her name is just Smart. Smart Falcon, nice. So we do have Umas. That makes this go up in my book. Smart Falcon goes off to the side. Speaking of Umas, that is Daiwa Scarlet. I've seen her, like, is this like a VTuber or something like that? I've seen her around, and I recognize the name. but I'm not really familiar with her game or anything like that. If you know what I mean. I am familiar with her game. That is awesome. Like I said, it's always fun going back and looking at these sets. Like, I obviously, like, when was that, 4 or 5 months ago, released my first Girls Party video. And at the time, it was like, oh, yeah, I just don't like these cards. I don't know any of these girls. And now it's like, you're always learning new characters and going through things again. Although, that is a puzzle card of all time. And as you're, like, learning more characters and, you know, all that type of stuff, gaining knowledge, let's call it, coming back and going, oh, well, this set that I didn't like had a bunch of characters that I am now familiar with. I speak this as, like, literally last night. I actually am, as of last night, I am fully caught up with, like, the readily available anime, including the movie. I say readily available because I've had a hell of a time trying to get the B&W OVA, finding that with English subs for Uma Musume. But I've watched, like, Road to the Top and all the other stuff, including the main 4 seasons and the movie and all that, so yeah. I am familiar with all that fun stuff. It's actually the first anime that I've watched with any sort of, like, giving a shit. I say that because, like, do we count Pokemon and, like, Digimon and stuff like that as anime? Because as a kid, I kind of, like, 99% of the kids watch that shit. Especially, like, a millennial, like, circa 2000, that shit was everywhere. We're gonna open one of these. And so, yeah, I'm familiar with that shit, but it's not anything I've really cared about, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that stuff. I'm familiar. Again, I complain about these. It's the same 6 cards over and over again. But let's see what we can get in this. The hit pack. Can we pull someone awesome? I am not familiar with these girls. Cute. But yeah. I am going to go out on a limb here and say Smart Falcon is my favorite card so far that I've pulled. From this set, at least. So yeah. Comment down below what your favorite card was. Yeah, so this was Girls Party. Like I said, I do have another box of this to open sooner or later. It'll probably be a few months till I do that, though, just because I like to space things out. So yeah, gonna do my normal spiel here and say my name's Too Many Riffs. I do videos like this every couple days, so if you're enjoying what you're watching, do not forget to drop a subscription. That way, I can see you back in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and you have yourself a great day.